Hey there friends, and welcome back to my Krastorio and space exploration playthrough series. I'm Icon, and like I have promised to you, I've been a busy guy between those episodes. So I've set up the ore enrichment facility completely, and I had a little brain fart in between those episodes because I was assuming that I would be just doubling my output just like that, but that's not entirely true. This would be only happening if I would be also doubling the amount of furnaces here. Because if I don't double the amount of furnaces, the output will be still exactly the same. But that came as a good piece of good news to me, because that also meant I didn't need to amp up my enriched ore production like crazy. But I did a few mistakes in those constructions, which I want to iron out in now at the beginning of today's episode, because I feel like it's a good way of showing what went wrong here. So the flare stacks are not powerful enough to get rid of all the fluids. So we're gonna need fluid burners, because these bad boys here produce 50 units of clear water per second. And one fluid burner one flare stack is only able to process 10 of those, whereas the fluid burner processes 50, which matches exactly the amount of produced water here. So we have to install these bad boys here to keep the show running. So it took me quite some time to find out why my production here was stuck. It was because they had more water in the pipes than they were able to process. So that's that. But now we see here the water is on a 0 ratio. So here I just used the same thing as I mentioned in the last episode, but now a little bit on a little different scale. So we're outputting here 16 units of enriched ore per second, and I'm just storing that enriched ore here to keep the production running, and then I just splitter it up into 7.5 on each side, and that just didn't really touch what I the amounts of production here. I didn't really amp those up. But what it does is it keeps my production here running. And as you see here, there's the same problem. Some of those machines are not working because they got backed up water here, which is not being transported away. So I discovered that and wanted to show you guys why things weren't working out as intended. So there we go. Now everything should be working just fine, and all those machines should be working non-stop. Oh, I forgot one. Something I really like about this technology is we receive stone and such. And we do have even a little backflow of iron ore here. So simple construction here. This is a buffer for the stone if ever this warehouse should be full. And now we're transporting these iron ores into the enrichment centers, and then I got a little warehouse here in between where I'm storing enriched ore as well, because same reason behind that. As long as these refineries are working, my miners are working, and therefore I create new land. I'm able to see and to notice that this is going to end one day, and going to remove this patch here one day. All these things keep happening if I buffer these materials. Also, I started to use more and more cliff explosives. As you might notice, there are more and more gaps that just make no sense. I also reduced the spaghettification of this area a little bit, but only a little bit, don't you worry. It's still me, the good old spaghetti master. Yeah, and that's where all my work went into. So we now have kind of like a pretty same-ish scenario, but well, I feel like I could use more capacities here. Maybe I'm gonna create more warehouses in between, but I felt like this was enough to get to another really, really important topic, and that's the completion of the complete automation of military tech cards. Because last time when I did that, I didn't really completely finish that topic. I'm still relying on a manual input of what's it called again? Biomatter. And well, when I created those laboratories, I wasn't able to create my own biomatter. That has changed, and therefore we're gonna create today our own biomatter. So that's my today's topic. And meanwhile, as you see here, I start removing some loose ends and bits and bobs that just don't make no sense anymore. Because, yeah, it's really awesome once you are able to toss those cliff explosives. The world is a lot easier. So happy. And as you might notice in my inventory, I'm stacked. 500 of those buggers. So there's still a lot of small work to do, as you might notice here. I need to place down a few more miners, and there's literally everywhere something to do. But today I want to finish this this part of production today. It's gonna be quite simple. We only need a little bit of oil and a little bit of oxygen, and yeah, well, it's gonna be fun. So the only thing I'm not able to is create enough biolabs from the start. So there's a little bit of petroleum gas here running along. Perfect. Literally everything I need is already available, except for the pipes. So probably I need to go downtown for a few new pipes, but one thing at a time. Whoops, I didn't want to remove that pin. Alright, so we're gonna need now first the electrolysis plant. Oh, and I want to do something like that. I wanted to try and create water out of nothing, basically. I wanted to use... Wait a sec, where is it? The atmospheric condenser. So we can create water out of that. Yeah. So how much water per second does one of those bad boys provide? Oh, 4.5. That's such a low amount. I have to check if there's no other way of fetching water here. I really don't feel like bringing up 5 of those atmospheric condensers, but well, let's do this. Come on, let's give those atmospheric condensers some love. Alright, 5 of them coming up. So we're gonna create those biolabs. It's gonna be 10 of them, so we're gonna have 4. And then there's going to be output. This already looks pretty unhealthy, don't you agree? And then we got... Well, you catch the idea. So we're going to need oxygen and petroleum gas. Alright. Let's try something like this. Those buildings are luckily that large. I won't be having any trouble connecting them like that. Alright. so the condensers, I want to have them, well, somewhere like here. Why not? They're just... Wait a sec. They can produce the oxygen directly. Huh. Why take a lengthy and complicated way when you're just able to do it in one go? Perfect. We don't need anything apart from that. Huh. Okay, but well, there's one more thing we're gonna need, and that's pipes. But well, you know me, always without pipes. Be right back, friends. All right, there we are, back with some new gear. Well, turns out I won't be needing all those atmospheric condensers after all. But, well, good thing that I checked them out. I made my job a lot easier this way. Because, obviously, I prefer it to not take the extra length to create water, to create oxygen out of that, and, you know, I guess you catch my drift. Alright, so I can't create the 10 necessary biolabs from scratch, because there's one problem. You need biomatter to create biolabs, and since I have no more biomatter left, I had to stop my production here. So let's check it out. Do they receive? So it doesn't work with oxygen, sadly. Aw, too bad. So we have to connect them the complicated way. But it's not a problem. Not a problem. So just giving them what they need. There we go. That should work now. So I guess they'll need only basic inserter. Yeah, one. That's slightly disconcerting to look at the inside of one of those biolabs while it is working. Alright, but this is providing enough oxygen, isn't it? Yeah, more than enough. It's just not working out in time. Alright, so I'll just start now and bring all the biomatter just into one chest, because for now my plan is simply to sorry, that distracted me. It's working out, isn't it? Well, I don't feel like it's working out this way. Let's give it another connector into this direction, just in case. I think once all the productions are running, it will even out eventually. Where was I? For now, I'll just pre-produce all the biomatter, and then between those episodes, I'm gonna whip up the extra biolabs. So today we see a lot of new things. I feel like we proceeded through a lot of annoying and boring things, and now we're able to proceed towards new frontiers. I really like that feeling. So among all these new things, we're able now to set our goals towards spaceflight, and that's really cool. I haven't fully found out what we're definitely going to need for that. I'm gonna do a few things in between, like creating now my first piece of modular armor. I wasn't wearing any armor at all, so there are quite a few things I'm really eager to do now that we're finally seeing some larger progress. And yeah, at the same time I'm just trying to create enough biomatter to create the biolabs. But you know what, guys? While we're busy contemplating the meaning of life and gathering new technologies and such, we might as well destroy some biters and keep researching meanwhile. How about that? So I'm really happy to see that right now I would mostly need to increase capacities. How about core mining? I want to have a core mining drill. That's going to be a really big project, and you can only have, I think, one core miner per planet or something like that, but I definitely want to do that. So right now I feel like things I really need to do would be increasing capacities and such, but a lot of the work that we need to do has already been done. I mean, we got the most basic technology card colors, for example. That's already a big thing, in my opinion. And next goal will be discovering how creating spacefaring vessels in this mod works, or well, something like that at least. Okay, this was quite a nasty war patch. I feel like this is one of my worst structured episodes ever. And that's pretty funny because it's one of my one of the episodes I prepared the longest for since a long time. It was really a lot of work to I forgot my turrets, to prepare those ore enrichment centers and see to everything working out as intended. But I'm really happy with where we're at now. Core mining. So I was waiting with a few key technologies before I recorded this episode. So rocket fuel. Rocket fuel will be one of the big things because we're gonna research towards the rocket silo today. So that was the actual big special for today, researching towards the space tech, I'd say. But since everything's taken way longer than I had anticipated, we're gonna go for a few more biter bases. Really enjoy the game mode like that. I mean, sure, it's a little bit lame to have no expansion and auto-filled turrets, but you know, sometimes combat is the most fun. It's most fun when you're facing an enemy which doesn't stand any chance and you just get to win against him. That's human nature. I mean, at least I'm not doing it in real life, you know? Oh yeah, and my my nanobots are now able to toss cliff explosives too, you see? That's fun. Very satisfying, I tells ya. So, biolabs. How many? Oh, I'm out of glass. Alright. But I guess that was definitely worth the show. So we have to grab a few more scraps of glass. But I'm gonna destroy the next biter colony as well. I've also made a lot of plans concerning the further expansion of my base. We have a few things to do in the next time. That's why I had why I took so much time for the preparations, because well, I feel like I'm slowly transitioning into the away from the mid game, or well, or knee deep into the mid game. One might decide for himself. But I really noticed that a lot of things start to work differently, or I need to put up new projects, and oil refining, for example. Like, let alone producing enough fuel to keep my industries running and my new goals achievable. That will be a huge thing. Another thing I noticed is I have that big oil deposit right next to my base, and I never really realized it. I was like when I was preparing this episode, I was looking at this oil deposit, and I had a hard time believing in the fact that it has been there all the time. But it's no problem. I already figured out that I'm gonna use this oil deposit for my power production, because I want to produce power via oil in this run. I really feel like this run I want to go really deep into oil power production. Also, I created a little something here. That's my personal glass production venue. Right now it's just a really small thing. I dipped into the fuel production here and then to the stone production here, and I created a few units of sand to make sure I can grab a few units of glass whenever I feel like it. So we got now 5 biolabs already installed. We have a 6th one in the inventory. We're gonna need 4 more. So yeah, okay, wonderful. So, rocket fuel research finished. Let's check out. The satellite rocket silo will need heat shielding, advanced electronics, and rocket control units. So you see here there's a lot of tech to go. But I really wanted to discover that on camera, because I feel like that's way more exciting than just rattling down those technology blueprints between the episodes. So there we go. Finally, the military tech card production will be fully automated too. And that's gonna be the last biolab to tinker. Alright. Heat shielding. So I really want to pressure towards this. So blue tech cards, well, we're gonna need rare metals for that. So there's gonna be a lot of new things for us to crack up. Looking forward to it massively. So usually I would be, oh no, I would be setting up one of them here, I wanted to say, but actually no. I won't. Because we have 10, that's a 5-5 constellation. Alright, so that's that. We're not going to do more than that. Few units of biomatter into the machines, and then we're good to go. Well, maybe I should do it like here. Looks a little bit tidier. It's not really tidier, but it looks like it's tidier. Alright, so that's finally the true automation of the military tech cards, because before that we weren't truly automated here. Gosh, that pounding sound is feels like something's in there which wants to get out. Now, don't like that, those vibes. Okay. And now... So I'll stick with the other plan here. So let's drop a few inserters real quick. Okay, so now everybody has his inserters. Everybody has his oil connection. The only thing lacking now is the oxygen, but that's a different topic. Okay, so guess we got it now. Cliffs are in the way. I'll show you, Cliff. Okay, so let's check out if this is really working out. So it's, as a matter of fact, producing... I got more oxygen than the whole complex is needing, so... I have a hard time believing that, but that's because these thingies are storing that much oxygen before they finally stop stockpiling that stuff. So that's what's happening there. Okay, so I got the heat shielding, I got this, I got that, and where's now the rocket silo technology? Here. So rocket control units. Needing 5 red circuits, 1 blue circuit, and okay. So definitely gonna need blue circuits next. So I have to think about rare metals. So I'd say I'll start with one of those smaller deposits. The real interesting thing about rare metals is you'll need special chemicals for the creation of those. So we're gonna need to take a few precautions before we can mine that, but it's not really that difficult, not at all. So let's head over there and have a look-see. I'm really happy to be done with a lot of those nasty topics, you know. The blue circuits are now one of the last remaining nasties. I mean, sure, creating everything in a sufficiently large scale will be a completely different kind of topic. So here, chlorine will be necessary. That's it, chlorine. So let's remove a few of those nasty cliffs. And to create chlorine, let's see what we're gonna need for that. Chlorine. Oops. So chlorine will be created out of sand and water. So that's quite easily achievable. So we're gonna need electrolysis plants for that, and I gotta be busy with disposing of the oxygen somehow. So electrolysis plant, I actually have one of those available here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna prepare a few things between the episodes then. And next episode we're gonna start creating rare metals, and then I'd say it's time to think about well, our first production of blue circuits, I'd say, because well, they will be necessary literally everywhere when it comes down to high-tech stuff. and I feel like it's the proper next step to take. I mean, the other thing I want to stock up is power production, but that's, well, I don't think I need to do that during the next episode already. Right now I'm just enjoying myself sniffing away a few of those nasty cliffs that have been plaguing my life for such a long time. Alrighty, friends, so like I said, next episode we're gonna create some chlorine, and well, can't promise I'll be able to go for the first blue circuit production, but well, I'm gonna try. Thanks for watching, definitely. So feel free to drop me a comment down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'd be delighted to hear from you. And until then, have a good time and see you guys next episode when we're going to fetch those rare metals. See you then. Bye-bye.